So I think first thing on the agenda was backstories and starting gold, and we decided to start everybody with 15 gold each. So now next, I guess, naturally would be backstories. Who wants to start?
Someone else start while I fix this. So, Ross, you got a backstory. Jessica, you got a backstory.
You can tell as much or as little as you'd like. It's really up to you.
Subregion select.
I couldn't really think of one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Maybe you want to tell at least the remote one that I kind of told you about?
I'm an elf. I have an uncle. My parents are dead. I don't like spiders. I don't like dragons. I live in a forest.
What do you have against dragons?
They killed my parents.
What?
Yep.
She's old. She's 350 years old.
I'm an elf. I have to.
Well, I mean, yeah, elves have very, very long lifespans. So you're like.
Don't say middle-aged. I feel like that's too old to be holding a vendetta against.
You're just confused.
Your age is somewhere. Well, see, like, all right, so elves are actually just their lifespan is not measured in hundreds of years. It's measured in thousands of years, right?
Right.
So you're not.
I'm like an infant.
No, I mean, all right. It's not. It's over. Okay. Okay. Your uncle is old, and he's like he's over 1,000 years old.
Okay, got that one.
But like he's like a very old elf. Like there's few that are that old. Most of them live till about 800 to 900 before something happens like.
They get eaten.
Yeah, or you know, they don't often die from natural causes. The way elves die is really from like usually dying in combat. Like, so you guys don't breed a lot. Like, there's like you guys are very not focused on breeding.
Non-breeders. There we go. Okay, that's at least fixed now. And then world map.
You were like so loud in my ears.
Okay, so
Weird.
so you're an elf named Meadow Adalia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your parents were killed by dragons. How long ago were your parents killed?
I don't know. I wasn't the one that wrote my backstory.
I wrote it down for you. I guess I didn't open it, but I was trying to help her. But it was 300 years ago, like right when one of the last dragons that were seen.
Okay, all right.
So she was orphaned at 50 years old.
That sounds so weird.
I think I fixed it,
You're still upside down to me.
Still upside down.
but I had to restart my computer.
All
Stuff like that.
right. Well,
if you want, while he does that, I can do my story. I have almost everything.
I don't care.
yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I guess I will start my story. Hold on, let me open this up because I actually wrote it down and stuff.
By the way, Ansley,
Yep.
you have a picture from me in Skype. It's very important to the start of the things that you look at it,
With the stuff.
and that you read it to the rest of the group when the time comes to read it.
Interesting. You might need to tell her when that time comes.
You'll probably have to spell it out. Yes.
Probably be like, and we're ready to start. Everything.
Okay. I guess I will describe my character.
I'm confused. I've got to find it. Hang on.
Okay.
It's from me in
Oh,
Skype.
But I can't. I just can't find the things.
The contacts and things is missing from her screen right now.
Yes. All of it is missing.
Give me a half a second.
Look at it this way.
I found it.
On half a second. All right, I'll start my character.
Did it.
All right, my character is Conrad Mercer. I go by Mercer. I am 6'1", 186 pounds. I have a slight tan, just from walking around a lot. Average build, since I'm kind of muscular, but I'm not like beefy, super strong. And I have scars all up and down my back, which I'll explain why shortly. Blue eyes, light brown hair. I don't trust people that use magic, or at least want to use it on me. I'm kind of eerie on it. I'd more just, natural healing. Not really racist because I've traveled all over the place and I've talked to all sorts of people. At least in the general races. Your elves, your humans, your dwarfs. But still hate goblins, still hate orcs, that such. I can speak orc, though. Now, backstory. 5 years ago, Mercer in his hometown of Krasmir was being falsely accused for murdering of the town elders. Each elder was murdered on a different night in a different way, but the evidence and witnesses pointed out to Mercer. As the one who did it while in prison, waiting his death sentence, Mercer encounters a man who was luckily enough to escape the magic user who actually killed the elders for an unknown purpose, and he was the one that was helping the magic user set Mercer up to be targeted for this. Let's see here. During the imprisonment, Mercer was tortured for information, and that's where he got his scars back from all the whipping and the stabbing. He and the other man, while away in prison, it was for about a week they were in there, agreed to find a way to escape and get revenge on the magic user, to find him and kill him. 1 week after they made their 1 week later they made their escape, and after the escape they went separate ways. One searching one way, one searching the other way. Over the years, the trail has led Mercer to the Elf continent, which I can't remember off the top of my head, where he met Meadow during his search, and his only information that they have a tattoo of a dragon eating a wolf on their arm. And that search continues now. That's my backstory.
Yeah, you said that you couldn't remember the name of the continent.
I can't remember it.
And this is going to sound really bad.
I have the map.
But neither can I.
Yeah.
Well, because I wrote all the stuff about the world, like, 2 weeks ago? I can't remember that shit.
Okay. Well, Jesky or Roscoe, you want to go?
I don't talk about myself much.
Okay, well, can you describe yourself?
I am a human cleric.
Okay. Are you tall? Are you fat?
What's your deity?
I look like I do in the picture.
But what's this picture then? I don't know what this picture is.
Skype. I'll say it's me.
Oh, it looks like you.
Right.
Okay, so he's a redhead and has no soul. Gotcha.
All right. So, what's your domain? Tell everybody what you.
Neutral.
What?
Good?
No. What are you cleric of?
Oh, sun.
The sun.
The
Yeah.
sun. Yeah.
The sun
Praise the
cleric.
sun.
All right. So.
Praise the sun.
So you're Ninebird Phoenix, the Sun Cleric, which actually does make sense.
That
your
actually,
name.
yes, it does.
Yeah, you're a Sun Cleric.
I'm freaking Taco Bell.
How did you meet Meadow and Mercer?
Make something up.
Make something up. Just anything. Be like, I saw them at the store. Like, it could be anything. Just.
My good looks.
It's about using your imagination right now.
Who's Mercer? Aaron's Mercer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if we were at the bar and I heard his tale when he was drunk and I decided to join him on his quest?
Okay. And
That
you
really
just
does sound like a plausible way to meet Aaron. Let's be real.
and you just decide like it's like a cleric thing to do, or like you decide like they might need help, so you're gonna go do them out of your goodness of your heart. I mean, what was your inspiration for going off to? Were you just bored?
Yes.
Okay, so you're just bored, and it sounded like something to do.
Yeah.
All right, and finally we have Jesky playing Zumron the Sorcerer. Give us a little background on yourself and how you came to meet the group.
Reconnect.
Well, I am a tall, skinny elf.
Skinny's an understatement. Please inform us of how tall you are and how much you weigh.
I'm 6'6" and 160 pounds.
Well, what color are your eyes?
They are. I don't know what.
I don't care.
Gold, but
It's Jesky. It's not gonna come up.
Back in a second.
I'm 180.
Are we the only two here now? Okay, no. All right. It's it's hard to tell because I thought your webcam went off or something because all I saw was black because you leaned over or something.
It's dark in here.
Yeah.
I have a familiar owl named Archimedes,
Okay.
and I basically raised him from an owlet.
All right. Where so you just magic is just a thing for you that you do then? Like,
Yeah, magic has always been in my blood.
okay, makes sense. It was a large part of your people. What? How did you meet the group, and why did you decide to go join this warrior who's been through some traumatic torturing? This elf druid who just met him. How did you and Meadow meet again? You just ran into each other?
I was actually traveling on the elf continent, and when I was searching near one of the forests, I ended up happening to run into her in her forest.
So, all right. So just two random people who bumped into each other in a forest, and the one bored guy who joined along because it was something to do. How did you come to meet this group?
As far as you know.
Aha!
Okay. All right.
Jesse, I gave you the perfect scenario earlier where I typed it up for you.
Oh God, I gotta look at that.
It was
Are you fucking everybody's
it's a
story?
terrible scenario. It's just a random thing. I typed it up in like 30 seconds. You can choose not to use it. Just join the call, yeah. And then turn your webcam on.
Wait, why is
everybody.
DD with Amell calling me?
Wrong way. Ignore that. Let me just add her back. Hang that up, baby.
I did.
I lost my train of thought now.
Well, your train of thought was so far my thing.
No, I met them on the road, crossing paths, and I got good vibes off them.
Understandable. I do give off good vibes.
Decided to tag along with them and enter on their
Alright.
quest.
It just sounds like you're a bunch of what it really sounds like is like, well, I'm apathetic enough to follow strangers. Cause for banding together. Like, oh, we're both walking in the same direction. Guess we're friends now.
I remember. With Meadows Forest, it was corrupted. And she's been fighting the corruption. And she goes on searching with me to go try to find out what's cause of the corruption in her forest also to try to help that.
Alrighty then. Okay.
That's why we decided to join up and start looking since we're both...
Alright. So now it's come time to read the thing.
The my thing?
No, the other thing that I told you to read.
Yes, the your thing.
Yeah, the my thing. The thing I can't read yet because it's really small. I'm apparently blind.
Did you click on it in Skype and make it bigger?
Well, it popped up on the website. So I had to I don't know, I had to zoom in.
Website?
Yeah, it pulled it up on my browser. And I had to sign in and I had to fix my password and I just opened it, literally.
Alright, she can read it. We're good.
Okay.
She got it. That's why probably Skype froze. Alright. And go.
Can I not read it before I read it out loud? Is that not allowed?
No, you can read it. It's pretty short, but go ahead.
It says, Dear Meadow, I write to you with the greatest urgency, my young niece. Please seek me out at my home in Aranand at once. Time is of the essence. I will be able to tell you more upon your arrival, but for now, I do not want this information to fall in the wrong hands. Godspeed. Love. I can't read his name.
Uncle Ilium.
There we go.
Where's this town?
I made his name without looking at your last name. I'm going to assume your last names are the same. So he is Ilya Medalia. He's got quite the name.
Okay, and we have to head out.
So I'm going to place your group just outside Aranand. Can you find it on the map?
Is it on the small little island?
Yeah. I guess nobody else has the map, so it really doesn't help anybody.
I was going to say, I don't
I can share the screen and it would pop up some of the time, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, here, I can share this. Hold on a second here. Share screens. Because this is going to be on my main screen the entire time. So you guys can at least see a map. If you want to do it that way, you guys can at least see there. Hopefully at least a little bit.
Yeah, if we could read names.
Well, I can't read them either. I don't even know where I'm looking here.
Well, just... Yeah, I mean, you can zoom in on the map, right?
Right, I can zoom in, but where am I looking? I see... You said it was Abu Divine? I can't read it.
No. Aranand, it's right... It's... Alright, if you go from the north of the coast...
Okay.
It's in, like, one town. Like, you'll see Helios on the coast.
The middle one?
I see Helios.
The middle one.
Oh, it starts
Just
with an
south
E.
of that.
No wonder. Alright, I'm on it.
You were looking for an A because you're conceited and you thought it was named after you.
Of course.
Hey, Ron.
A Melwind.
A melee win.
It's actually... I think it's called, like... The translation is, like, Forest End.
Why is that fucked up on
Or
mine?
Wood's End or something.
That's
Or
right.
no,
That's interesting.
no, long. It's long. It's Wood Long or something. I don't know. The translation for this city is Wood Long.
Damn
Wow.
right.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, because Duanand is River Long.
Do you know my last name, Imp?
Your real
My real last name.
Wind.
It's Wood.
Oh. All right.
That's right. This is named after me. You were right.
Shut up. Shut up.
Okay,
It's
so
okay.
continue.
I'm punching for all of us later.
Except Erend is the wood part.
Right.
So
I mean, that kind of makes sense. Aaron's wood. I don't know.
Go ahead.
let's all get off Aaron's wood. Okay. Alright, so you guys, I'll have you walking probably from Helios to Aranand.
Okay.
Meadow, I'm assuming that you sort of, after reading this letter from your uncle, you gathered up your apathetic friends and you all ventured forward to find your uncle's house together. This is somewhere where you would have been before. It's pretty early morning. You set out from Helios first thing in the morning. It's still like 9 or 10 in the morning, so pretty early in the day. And as you approach the town, you notice the normal quiet town of Aranand is not so quiet today. People are frantically running about the town. You can hear a lot of people shouting. Some are crying. You can obviously tell some shit went down.
Okay.
In the town.
I am
So,
going to try to find someone to talk to.
as you make your approach.
All right, I'm going to try to find the closest person that's running in our direction, stop him to find out what's happening.
You are stopped as you try to enter the town by a large, well-built elf. He's in extravagant gold armor, which the other elves, the elves in the party would recognize him as a dragoon from the capital city of, I named it today, so I forget what it's called.
Capital City.
Obdenvine is the capital for the elves, and he's a highly ranking guard. It's not normal to see him in this location, and he stops your party immediately as you try to get into the town.
I ask him what's going on in Elvish.
He responds in Elvish. There's been a murder in the night. Where were you? We're stopping all suspicious-looking individuals. Where were you last night?
We were down this road,
Helios.
Helios.
So you were in Helios all night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Really. Well, while there's an investigation underway, we can't have unneeded riffraff coming into our town. So please state your business.
We're here because my uncle has summoned me.
Who's your uncle?
Fuck. Names. I hate this already.
A notepad would be good to open up for everybody.
Ilium, right? That's his name.
That's Ilium.
There we go.
Oh, you're Ilium's family, are you?
Yes.
You'd better come with me then. And he starts to lead you into the city, and you're aware of where Ilium lives. You've been to his house before. He lives not far from the edge of town, from the direction that you were coming. And as you round the corner to where you would get to Ilium's house, you see that it's sectioned off, and there's some guards keeping townspeople away from his house. At this point, the guard turns to you in Elvish, and in Elvish, he expresses condolences and tells you that your uncle was murdered in the night.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. If you'd like, you can go pay respects to the body.
Okay.
Again, in Elvish, so that the humans cannot understand.
I'm just
Guys are
looking.
left out.
I'm looking pretty over here.
Remember, elves
all I need
are
to do.
pretty racist. Most elves are very racist individuals, if you remember that. From
Yeah, I'm here to help Aaron. I don't care about these elves.
Yeah, I'm okay with elves. I've traveled around enough,
Alright.
but I
So-
would like to know what's going on. Metal, what's happening?
Um,
A little child runs down the street.
hang on a second.
What is he still doing up? I'm happy I can edit this out if I decide. He got took. See, he knows what's going on.
Oh no!
Okay, anyways. So
Ow.
back to where we were at now that
Alright,
my
so-
fight was yelled excitedly about the word Afghan.
So, murdered uncle. He's given you permission to go inside, as long as you don't disturb the crime scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say to the rest of the group that my uncle has been murdered and ask for a moment alone.
Okay.
Alright. I mean, like, he sort of gave the floor to the entire group, so you could all go in.
I suppose if they wanted to go in, they could go in.
Of course I'm gonna go in. There's a murderer on the loose.
I want to ask the guard if they had any leads.
The son has not been seen in the town this morning. We think he may have been taken. Otherwise, he would be a suspect of interest. And Meadow, you would know the son, because he's your freaking cousin. Right? You would know him as Cousin Caligus. So, Cousin Caligus has not been seen this morning yet. And usually he lives with your uncle. So at this point, they're not saying he's a suspect, but he is a person of interest.
His disappearance is interesting, at the very minimum.
Right.
Okay. So we go inside.
So
Okay.
you all go inside.
We go inside.
You can see that there's been a struggle. Obviously, as you walk in, the first room that and I didn't map any of this out. The first room that you walk in is Ilium's study. It's a round room, and the walls are lined with bookshelves upon bookshelves. Ilium was a wizard, so he did a lot of reading. He was actually one of the chanters that kept up the spell that cloaked this continent from the east for so many centuries. He was part of that group that kept the spell channeling to hide the elven continent. So he was a fairly powerful wizard back in his prime, and in his olden state and in his twilight years, he sort of became secluded, and he read a lot, and you know that he liked to bird watch. Those were some of his favorite hobbies. So a lot of books on birds, a lot of books on bird watching. Birds and bird watching were most of what he read, and you can just see around the room the books were not true. There were several bird watching books that were also murdered last night. They were ripped from the shelves, and you can see blood on several of the bookshelves. And you can see some feet hanging out from the other room, which you would guess are probably your uncle's. That would be the kitchen area. If you go to your right, there's also stairs that go up to 2 bedrooms. One is Caligus's, one is Ilium's. And then the room to your left is the sitting room. And that's all the rooms in the house. It's a very small house. It's study, kitchen, sitting room, 2 bedrooms upstairs.
Okay.
Even though we weren't told to touch anything, I start flipping through books out of boredom.
Okay. Most of them are on. How many books do you flip through?
I don't touch the blood ones, and I just kind of glance through a few while they're investigating.
Okay. All right.
Probably.
So how many books would you say you flip through?
3.
3. Okay. All right. You actually do find one that has notes on it by Caligus, because Caligus was also sort of like
watcher?
he was like a student of Ilium.
But is it in Elvish?
It is in Elvish, but you can see there are some notes on the margins, and you can tell that it's not a bird watching book. There's 0 pictures of birds in it.
I like picture books.
And you can definitely tell that it's not a bird book, but it's all in Elvish. By the way, do you know Elvish?
I don't.
I know Orc, and that's all I know.
I know Goblin.
I know like 5 languages.
You also die in like 1 hit.
Yeah. I'm the smart one, okay? Not the Buffy one.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so
I see this.
You have this book that you can't possibly read. Who could be able to read it?
Well, I don't want to give it to Meadow because I wanted to show her that I was going through her uncle's shit.
Okay.
What's his character's name? I forgot.
Zoomran.
Zoomran? I'll write that down.
If you can see it on the share screen, you might be able to see them.
Yeah.
I have them all written out. I'm not sure if you're able to read it or not, though.
So I'm like, hey man, what does this shit say?
What does it say?
You can tell it's a book on the history of dragons, and it leads up to their disappearance and the Great War. It's a history book, and where you see the most margins is the most notes in the margins is right around the time that the history book was describing the disappearance of the dragons. And you can tell his notes they're things like locations. They are dates, times. He's highlighting who important people in the history book were. He's writing some things out, like questions, like locations and question marks. Like it's not well put together thoughts in the margins. It's sort of just like notes that you would take just to remind yourself of something as you're going by reading it in like a textbook.
Okay. I take the book, and do I have like a bag or something?
Yeah.
Alright, I put it in my bag.
Okay. Alright.
I need to use the bathroom. And I'm going to guess it's upstairs.
Are you going to roll for that?
You have to shit in a tree stump. There's no bathroom. He said so.
There's an outhouse.
I was going to go with one of those little like sitting pots like in the room somewhere. I mean, no one does anything
It's called a
downstairs.
thunder mug.